Hello and welcome to Math 30. This video is intended to kind of provide you with a quick orientation of the ins and outs of how the class works and where to find different types of assignments. My name is Matt Stricker, and this class is completely online. Everything is online. The lectures, the homework, the lab assignments, the exams, the quizzes, everything is online. So you're going to conduct the entire course out of Canvas. So when you log into Canvas, once you pick your correct course, this is what the class should look like. And up at the top, or on the home page, you will see all the modules for the course. So in the very top module, you see the course materials. Here you can find the syllabus in case you need to read through that if you haven't read it, or if you forgot something, you can always find that there. And then also, there's directions here for registering for the MyMathLab homework. The homework is conducted through another website called MyMathLab. And it actually show you in this video how to get connected with that, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at what's due in week 1. So if you notice, if you scroll down, there are the first 6 weeks have been posted, which gets you ready for the first exam, and most of the time each week will look pretty much the same. So in week 1, you can see there is a first lab assignment, and this lab assignment actually has nothing to do with math. It's intended to register you for a no cost, no unit, no grade course which tracks lab hour usage. So in this class you are not required to be in the math lab. However, you are still free to use the math lab. So if you do go to the math lab, make sure you sign in, and you sign in to this course. And then basically you signing up for the class, it's called SPTUT 20, helps the college track your usage and get funded by the state. So we appreciate if you'll do that. It's a quick, easy lab. It's the only lab that's due this week. We will have a lab assignment due every week. So your lab 2, which will be due next week, will have actual math problems in it. So the first section we're going to cover is section 3.4, and you'll see here listed a lecture, which is a link to the YouTube video, so you can click on that. And when you click on it, it asks you for this option to open in a new window. You can go ahead and open it, and it links directly to the YouTube videos that I have created for this course. There's a different video for each section, and so and it follows exactly along with filling in these note outlines that are in your Canvas course. So if I go ahead and drag forward, you can see there starts to be things filled in on the notes, and you will be able to hear my voice in the videos. And so basically for the lecture part, you're just supposed to follow along, listen to the lecture, and take notes. Now again, this is an outline. This outline is available to you to take notes on. So if you go back to the week 1 module, you'll see in that module that there is notes in both document, that's a Word form, and PDF forms. You can go ahead and click on those, one of those, and you can print them out and actually write on them. Now, it can get kind of, let's wait for this to open up. So this would be right there, section 3.4. This looks exactly like the outline that was in the video, so you can follow along, take nice organized notes. Now what I was just about to say is you can print these out. However, printing out the notes at home can get a little expensive. I think they estimate that printing something out at home usually costs, if you count the cost to buy the paper and the ink and all that, it costs about 10 cents a page.
Hopefully that example makes sense.
Somewhere between 5 and 10 cents. Anyway, if you go to the bookstore, there's actually a pre-printed out note module that you can buy. I think it's about $5. And that's probably a little bit cheaper way to do it, especially if you don't have a printer at home. It's definitely going to be much more cheap than using the printers on
this is
campus.
our
So I highly
input,
recommend you just go to the bookstore on either campus during the first
Y
week
is our output.
and you
Simply
buy that little note module. It's about
use
$5.
functions.
Okay,
And
so
we
you
should
take
see,
notes.
in
What's
order
the
for it
next
to be a
step?
function,
So let's
we've
go
got to
back
put
to our
in the
module
definition
here.
that each input can have one and only one output. So if
Your
6
week
is the
1
input,
module.
the
So
output is 5.
you're taking the
If
notes
input,
while you
the
watch the
output is 3.
video.
If
Again,
4
you
is
watch the
input, the
video.
output is 6.
You're writing on the
If
notes,
3
and then
gives
there's this
1,
first assignment. It
gives
says
6,
section 3.4
8
completed
gives
notes, and
6,
here
6 gives
you are going to want to turn
we see
in
right
your
here and right
completed
here,
notes. So
we see
you've opened
same
up the
input
notes,
twice.
you've taken
Both
your
times we have
notes,
6 as an input.
written them all down,
output
you've
is
finished
still
them. You have to
5.
turn them in.
So
You actually, this is worth
this
5% of your
yes.
grade completing these notes. So you'll come here
This
and you will
is
turn in your notes by hitting
function.
submit assignment, and then it
And
gives you the option to choose
since it
a
is a function,
file.
we need to talk about what the
And,
domain and range are.
The notes need to
So
be
find the
turned
domain
in
instead of all input values.
in PDF form,
So
and the easiest way to do that
about
is to
domain,
just
the input
download
is
a,
X call.
if you don't have a scanner at home, you can
So
download an app on your
let's go ahead and list those as a set,
device that
smallest
will
to biggest.
use pictures taken by your phone
3,
to turn them into a PDF
4,
file. I'd like to use a program called Cam
6,
Scanner, CAMSCANNER, but there's lots of
okay,
them
got
out
all
there.
of them.
And so you turn your phone into a scanner, take pictures of your notes, and upload them all right here. Once you
List all
choose your
those
file,
smallest to biggest,
go ahead and
starts out
submit
with
assignments, and you'll get the 10 points for that section. Okay, going back. So you've completed your notes, you've turned them in.
5,
Next step
10, 6.
is to do the homework.
So this is a function because each
And
input
this is
has
where
only
you're
one
going to
output.
need to
We've
go ahead
listed
and,
the set of all
the very
possible
first time,
input
register with
values and
MyMathLab.
all
You may or
possible
may not
outputs.
have used MyMathLab before.
Let's take a look at the next example.
If you've taken Math 25 or
Here
Math
again, we have a
34
column of inputs,
before on the
a column
Brentwood
of
campus,
outputs,
I'm sorry, not
and
34,
there's a
Math
problem here.
25
You
or
see
Math
the
30
problem
on the
that
Brentwood
comes up
campus,
with the next
it's
one
the
that
same
makes it not
textbook,
a
so you won't
function.
need to repurchase the access. Either way, though, when you click that first time,
Notice, for example,
it's going to
this row, this
most
row
of the
is-
time bring you to this agreement site where you say,
because we
okay, I
have
accept the
in
terms
both
of the
rows an
agreement.
input of 3. But
And
what's
then
the output? The output in this row is 6.
You need to
this row is
register.
7.
So now
We
if
have
you've taken
same
a Canvas
input giving
course, a
different
math
outputs.
class before
In
that
order
was
to have a
linked with
function, each input
MyMathLab,
can have one
it should actually already
output. So
link
this
your
is
account. You should be good. But
not
this is the first time you've ever used MyMathLab within Canvas. You're going to need to go through this step. So you can either use a previous username and password, or a lot of
Alright.
you will probably have to create an
Next
account.
topic I want to talk about is
So
how do we
I'm just going to
evaluate
go ahead real
So,
quick here and
typical notation we
create
see
a
here.
fictitious account
We
here.
have a function written as f with parentheses and an x inside. And the way we say this is we call this f
I'm
of x. Sometimes students
I'm
want
gonna
to
say
think of
Matt
this as f times
dot
x. Because that's what we usually see
Jones
when we have variables next to
335
parentheses. But this is
password
not f times x. This is function notation. And the way we read it is we read it as f of x. What it is it's a rule that takes x as an input, gets an output. A lot of times also we can think of y as the same as f of x. So in other words, the output value y is the same as f of x. If we see f of x, we can think y. If we think y, we can think f of x. You just got to get used to this new terminology. So notice in general this is f of x. This is the output for any x. In this first example, it says find the output when the input is 10. Or
What town was I born in? Let's just say
this is
Brentwood.
specifically saying right here that we're letting x equal 10. So it's
Create
pretty
this
simple.
count.
All
Yep,
we
I
do is
accept.
we take 10 and we plug it into the function wherever there's an x. And a good rule of thumb when doing this is to put parentheses wherever
Create
you
a
have
count.
an
Oh.
x there. So if I look at this function, it says negative
Do not
8
use your name in it.
times x. I'm just going to put parentheses here, plus 3. And instead of an x, what do we have? We have a 10. So we're going to put 10 here. And after you do
All
that,
right, I think I'm
we
good
do
to
a
go
simple
here. So create your
You know that
account,
negative 8 times 10 is
and then
negative
the
8
reason why I wanted to go
equals
here is you
4
have
side
three
ratio.
options.
You
So
have 3 to that.
the first option
This is, of
is
course,
you can use an access code that you already purchased in the bookstore, which is not the cheapest way to
what
buy
this
it. The
says is that
bookstore is the
when you
most
plug
expensive
10
way, but if you
as the
have
input into the function,
financial aid, you're probably going to want to do
output
it that way. So you can go to the bookstore and get it, or you can just pay right here on
now the
the
next
MyMathLab website.
example,
It's
part B,
$104, and that's
is
the
the
really
same
the
idea, but
big
it's
cost
slightly
for the
different.
class.
We don't
There's
just
no
have a
textbook to buy. You just need to have
number as
access to
input. We have
MyMathLab to do all the
one
assignments.
algebraic
And then
one
the last thing is, if
but
you're
the
just not
way
quite
it
ready,
works
you're
is
waiting
still
on
the
your
same. You still
your
have
financial
negative
aid, or just don't quite have the money
times
together
the
yet,
input
you can do get temporary access
3.
without payment for 14
And instead
days.
of putting
Just
the
click on
number in
this
here
link
like
down
last
here.
time we put a 10 in
And
there,
so
we're
I'm
gonna
not
put
going to
a different
finish this
input.
up. I'm going to
X.
oh, okay, let's go ahead and say it. So
And
are
of
you
course we could
sure? Yep,
simplify
I'm
this.
going to say
We
yes.
distribute.
So I
Negative
click
8 times
yes,
X,
and then it
negative 8 times H
processes it.
will
And
give
you only
us
have to do this
negative
once. Again, next time
X minus
you come into
8.
the class, it'll just automatically recognize that
And then
you're
we can ask
linked
ourselves
with your
if there's
account, and you
any
can just use every go to
like
every
terms that
assignment.
we
So
can
go
combine.
back to my
I don't
assignments
see any,
here.
so
Or, I'm sorry, I'm going to go
this
back
would
to the
be
home
as far
page
as
and
we
see
can
if
go.
it's going to let me in here
That's
yet.
your
It may
first
not, but that's
look
alright.
at
You get the idea of how to
evaluating function 3.
register.
We're going to do this
So
a
I'm going
lot
to click
this
on my
semester. We'll
homework.
do it a little bit more later in this video, but I just
And
use
what's it
that
going to
concept
do?
right here at the start.
Okay, it's
Talking
good.
again
So this
a
is
little
what
bit
it's
more
going to look
about
like. So you're going to click
notation.
in. You're in the
If I see
assignment.
this, if I see
Notice
h
it
of
says
5
there's a
equals
30%
2,
penalty
we have
if
to
you
remember is that
complete
it's
the
in this
assignment
form.
after the due date. So
This is
you want to make sure you
X.
definitely
Remember
submit
last time
this
we
first
had
assignment
f
by
of
next
X?
Sunday. I
Our last
apologize for
example,
that
we can
barking
have
noise.
h of
That's my
X,
dog in the
have
background upset that I'm making
g
this
of
video
X.
for you guys.
We can
Just
use
kidding.
any variable for a function. It doesn't always have
Question
to be
one.
It can be h and g. In this example, we have h as a
Question
function.
one. So you
So
go
what
into
this is saying is that
MyMathLab,
x value is 5,
and
then
this
on
is
the
what
other
the
side,
assignments
this is
look
always
like if you
y
haven't
value.
used it before.
So we can put that
I'm actually
in
going to move through to a
ordered
different
pair
question. Let's
notation.
go down here to
We
say
could,
question
instead of
12.
writing h of 5 equals
In
negative
question
2,
12, it
this
says,
says
okay,
that
here's a
x is
function. I want you
5,
to
y
evaluate
is
this.
2.
I'm going to do that real quick.
You
So
should
this
have
is going
learned
to
about
be
this in algebra 1.
2b
In an ordered pair, the first number is always x,
plus
the second number is
14. And I hit check answer.
So,
this is fantastic. Good job. So I can move on to the next question. Here's another one. Let's say I get the wrong answer. So I'm going to say, oh, I think it's 34, and I say check answer.
11.
It says replace 15 minus 3x with 2a minus 3. Replace the x in 15 minus 3x with 2a minus 3. So it gives you a little hint, and you can try again. And oh, I think I did it right this time. I think the answer is 2a plus 5.
Next, we're going to talk about a specific type of function.
2a plus 5. Check answer.
Linear function.
Still not right. Well, maybe
Linear
it's
functions
minus
have
5.
this form, f of
Of
x
course, I'm just guessing right
plus
here. You
8.
guys will
This
know how
should
to do this.
look familiar to you.
But
Because
I
in
do, and
algebra
notice it says
1,
now final check.
we
And on the
talked
final
about
check, it says,
y equals
your answer is not correct. It should have been actually negative 6a plus 24. And you have an option here. You can say either similar question, or you can go on to the next question. Next question will just move you on to the next one, and you don't get any
And
points for this
the
question.
B,
But what I hope
y
you'll do
intercept.
every time is say similar question.
Note here.
And that same problem, it gives you a new version of the similar question, and so you can keep doing all these problems until you get the right answer. So you can, doesn't matter if you get the wrong answer the first time, you can get 100% on every question. Now let's say you don't know how to do a question, you can't quite figure it out. There is over here some help features as well. There's the help me solve this, which you can click on, which will help you solve this particular problem. It'll take you all the way through the steps, and then when you're done figuring out the answer, it'll generate a new problem for you to solve. That's one help feature. The other help feature that's kind of nice is the Ask My Instructor. You click here, and you send a little message to me, and it generates an email. It goes to my inbox, and I get a link that shows that I can click on. And it brings up the problem you're working on.
So in the next
Just when you
example,
do
if I
this,
say
please
create a
don't
linear
just
function
send me a
whose graph
message like,
has slope
I'm stuck, I
4,
don't know what to do.
that's saying A
Send me
equals 4B
something.
equals
Send me a picture of what you've tried. Verbally describe what you've tried. Tell me
This is a
what you've
y-intercept
tried.
of 0
Don't just
and
say I
-9.
don't know how to do it.
What does that mean? This is our
Or you could ask, hey, I
always
don't
ends
even
in
know where to
0,
start. You
B.
could say, can you give me a hint?
So if I were to go ahead and write
Which
this
that
in
would
your
be
function,
fine
we
too.
would have the form.
So anyway,
F
that's
of
kind of the
X
homework side, and
equals,
then
what comes next?
um,
M in this
I
case
go back
is
to the home page.
4x plus
I'm
b.
going to look
plus
here
b is
at
negative.
my next thing on the item is the reflection quiz. So you finished
There's
your
my
homework.
function.
Now you can go in and say, okay, let's see how well I
Now
can
when
do
we
on
talk
some
about
problems from
functions,
this
there's
section. So you go ahead and
many
start
different
your
ways
little
to represent a
quiz.
function.
And here you
We
don't
can
know
use
until
words to
actually
represent a
until you've
function. We can use
submitted the
algebraic
quiz whether or not you got
rules.
the right answer.
We're talking about
And
algebraic
you go
rules.
through and you just answer the
This right
3
here is an
questions that are
example
in
of an
here.
algebraic
Now the
rule.
one thing about
X
this,
4x minus 9.
you can't
Use
submit each
tables.
question
There are
unlimited amount of
tables
times.
on
You
the
can
first
submit
page
each
to represent
question
a
one
function.
time and then submit your
We can
quiz,
talk
see
about
what score you
graphs
got, but you
to
can
represent
take
a
the quiz
function.
as many times as you
We
want.
can
So if you
use
don't
ordered
like your
pairs to represent a
score the
function.
first
We
time
already
you
did
take
that
it,
on the
just
first
take it again,
page.
keep taking it up to the
Let's
due date.
see a little bit more what we mean.
And then
about
after the due
different
date, there's a
ways to
penalty, but you can still take it after the due date. So anyway, that's kind of
example
how
says,
each section works. If you go
college
back
student
to
takes
the
a
week
summer
1
job
module,
selling
you'll see,
newspaper
look, there's
subscriptions door to
section
door.
3.4,
Paid
lecture,
$36
notes,
for a 4-hour
turn in the
shift.
notes, homework,
But she also
quiz, and there's
earned
one other
$7
section
for
we're going to
each
cover there, and it's the
subscription.
same structure,
Part
lecture,
A says create a
notes,
linear
turn in the
function for the
notes,
amount
homework,
she
quiz,
earns on a shift
and
during
that's
which
it
she
for week
sells
1.
X
Week
subscription.
2, it's going to be a similar thing, except it's 3
Let's
more
go
new
back to
sections.
linear functions.
Sections 8.2, 8.3, 8.4,
Says
8.5.
that they want us to
And
find a
the homework and notes and quizzes
so that
are
means
always
we're
pretty
gonna
much due on
yeah.
Sunday night. When you look in the syllabus, you'll see the labs are due on Wednesday nights, and there's
Remember,
check-ins which are due on Friday
yeah.
nights. But the main meat of it, the homework and the quizzes and the notes, is always due Sunday
in this
nights.
example, it's an amount
I know some of you guys are in different
that
situations,
changes depending
but
on how
and you
many
can't maybe
subscriptions
work
you
on
sell.
stuff till the
Whereas
weekend.
B
But if at all
is
possible,
like
I really
fixed
recommend that you
currency.
work on stuff in pieces
This
throughout
is-
the week so you
this
don't feel
is
overwhelmed when it gets to the weekend. I know some of
Y-intercept
you
is
will
always
have to do that, but I do not recommend it. I recommend
In
you
this
do
case,
a
it
little
says
bit
that
during the
she's
week.
paid
Try to fit in a little bit
$36
here, a
no
little
matter
bit
what
there, and
for a
before you
4-hour
know it, you will
shift.
be
So
done.
we're gonna
I just don't want
leave
you to
at
get that overwhelming
36.
feeling when you go, wow, I have a lot of work to do. I have to watch an hour of
But then on top
lectures,
of
I
that,
gotta
she
do
can
my
add
homework, and
$7
it could feel overwhelming depending on
per
how fast you work. So anyway, that's kind of the structure of the course. We will,
So the
I mentioned
rate
earlier, we will be
that
taking our
she's earning,
tests
she's earning an additional
through
$7
Canvas.
per
I'll have to
subscription.
explain
That's
that a little
rate.
bit earlier
Rates we always
or
think
later
of
on as we get closer
miles
to the
per
test.
hour.
But as I explained in
Pounds
the
dollars
syllabus,
per
which I hope
ounce.
everybody read, again, if you didn't get my
Per
email
second.
with the
It's always
syllabus,
some
you should
one
have. The
quantity
syllabus is
per
right here.
another
Make
quantity.
sure you
In this
read
case,
through that
it's
in
dollars
detail.
per
When you
subscription.
take the test, you need
So
to
my
show a
linear
picture
function would be
ID,
f of x
and you need to have a document
equals
camera.
my changing
All the
part
tests will
of
be
what she earned.
taken with an
That's the
online proctoring
$7
system.
per
So
subscription.
make sure you read through the
Times
testing
X.
policy in my
X
syllabus.
is
Make
the
sure you
number
read
of
through
subscriptions
everything, and please send me
plus
emails if you don't, if you
$37.
have any questions about it. In
So
the
it's this
syllabus, it
fixed
talks
part,
about how to
but then
contact
for
me. There's
each
multiple
additional
ways to
subscription, you add
contact me,
$7.
and I look
So
forward to
here's my
helping you
linear
guys with the class. I hope
So
you
let's
guys are
move to
willing to
part
work
B.
hard, and it
So
should be a
using
great
the functions
semester.
found in part A, find f of 2,
Anyway,
f of 5, and f
have a
of
great
7.
first week,
So
and
here's a
let me
little
know
bit
when you have
more
questions. Thank
practice
you.
evaluating